Okay, we should be streaming. Let's get some music going. Alrighty, so today, we're going to be having a go at doing some survival in the mod pack I'm working on, with having just added sea monsters. So we'll see how well that actually works out for us. We're also starting in a frozen ocean with just an igloo for shelter. So hopefully this will go well for us. Alright, I'm just going to do a bit of quick promotion of the stream in a couple of places. See if we can get a few more people watching. Hello on YouTube to whoever it is that's watching. Good to see you. Alrighty. So that was Too High to Die. Just listening to Puddle now. All right. Should get a Twitch ping coming up on my Discord soon, but it looks like maybe it's not working, so that's fine. I will deal with that as it happens. All right. Mod pack. That's not going to work. Okay. Let's send that link there. Alrighty, and we'll send a link in here as well. Alrighty, and we'll have a bit of a promotion in the showcase forum on the Pirates Discord as well. All right. Where's that one going? Can I find it? Can I find it? Pictures. All right. My paddle's nearly finished. Got one more track to go. All right. We're listening to Captain Fred of the Tech Heads. Alrighty, hi-fi Adrian, Merry Christmas. Alright, now did I post the same thing in 2 places or not? Let's have a look. That worked, and that worked. Alright, so let's not play that last track just yet. We'll actually get into some gameplay. So, this is a brand new world. And we are in Hybrid Pirates. And that's us on the left, and there's an Igloo on the right. So let's go back into first person mode. And we're up high, in danger. So let's have a bit of a look at whether we can survive or not now that we've added sea monsters, and how difficult that's going to make our lives. Alright, so this is a known seed, but the only thing I know about it really is that there's a lot of frozen ocean, and that there's some raft very far to the north with villages on them, and that there is an igloo on this starter island that I've found myself on. As you can see, it is frozen ocean as far as we can see. There's an igloo down here. And this is almost ready for public beta testing. So, if it wasn't for the fact that I've played this before, I would have not realized that there's an igloo here, because the only place you can see it properly, apart from the shape, is the ice on this side. If we very, very carefully see the ice there, to give away that there's an igloo. Alright, so let's get into this igloo. And this igloo, through sheer luck, is actually one that has villages. So it gives us a really nice starting point. So we're going to set spawn to start with. Alright, and let's close that behind us, just in case anything wanders in, depending on how long we're here for. Alright. So, we have some very early progress to get on with. We get our splash potion of weakness. And we get the golden apple, and we get 1 emerald to trade with. But we do not have any useful wood, so we're gonna have to break this by hand. I think break by hand. It's an interesting challenge start, this one. You can hear spiders as well, so there's a spider cave nearby, I think. Alright, now we did manage to get ourselves with the weakness effect, so that's good. And we do have some carpet there. I get a cactus. It's an unusual thing to get in the snow. Alright, let's plant our cactus up the top here. I think it is in fact getting close to night time. Let's have a look. Nope, still daytime. Okay. So we need to safely get down and figure out a way back up again if we're going to make any progress. So this is going to be interesting. Alright, let's put our cactus on top of the furnace. In fact, no, let's put our cactus just here. Isn't it? There we go. Must have double clicked it. Alright, so it's our starting. It's our starting area. So there's a tree potentially way off in the distance somewhere. And we have no signs of any trees or anything like that yet. I thought this is a nice challenge to see how survivable this is on a fairly nasty seed. Considering it is very, very sea focused. Looks like there might be a tree over there and a tree over there, but we can't see well enough at distant horizons to confirm that. So there might be some lava over that way. I think we had some lava over here. We do have some grass there. There's not much to look at though. So I have played a fair bit on this same seed before adding sea monsters, and it wasn't too hard. But sea monsters do make it a little bit more challenging. So let's try taking some of this with us, since we can mine it by hand. We'll check on our villager in a moment. You can hear the wind in the background there as well. That's from the, I think that's from the sales mod. Alright, so we're still in healing mode. And if we break you out, you could potentially give us... Well, you can either going to be a leather worker or a cleric. You've already been a cleric in the past. Neither of you are going to give me trees. Alright. What can we get done in 2 hours in this world is the question. "52 seconds. So it tells me how long it takes to convert. It's, that must be your reputation. Alright, so what can we get for 1 emerald from... Oh, we could potentially get some redstone. Is that another zombie villager? Alright, so you've decided not to have a career. Now you've become a leather worker. And we can get some leather pants, so we can get some armor. Alright, we got some basic armor to get started with then. And yeah, we'll keep the look of the blue jeans with the knee pads. Alright. And there is another zombie villager around. Alright. Or is it just zombies? Maybe it's just zombies. Alright, well I think we'll take this chest up the top. That'll be more useful. We'll see if we can't get ourselves a Christmas tree. It does appear to be still light out. Alright, so we'll throw the extra carpet in here and the rotten flesh. In fact, let's grab that dirt back. And we'll just close that up. Alright, let's see about getting down. If we can get down, I'm sure we can get back up again. Right? Surely. Okay, looks like it's starting to get dark. I see some trees though, what looks like trees in the distance. Or possibly just grass. Okay, we hit stone again. Let's go sleep before it gets too much darker. Alrighty. Now, are the sea monsters going to make mincemeat of us once we get close to the ocean is the question. Because they did before, but I've installed a couple of mods. I've installed another mod that should help with the sea monsters. But we've got Myths of the Sea, which will add sea monsters, mythical creatures. And then we've got Control, which Mob Control, which should help reduce the amount of sea monsters, in theory. And we are out of blocks. Okay. But it looks like we've got some water there we can fall into, and there's gravel down there, so... maybe we can get our way back up. Ah, in fact, it looks like... potentially jump down to that. Make a bridge back up. Oh, we've got some penguins too. Ah, awesome. We can jump without hurting ourselves. So now we just need a way back up there. Alright, so we have lots of water and lots of gravel down there, so maybe we could build a path back up. I think that's what I did last time. We got dirt too, so okay, that's achievable. We've got some early resources if we can get a pickaxe as well. We got some food. We got a crab here. Or potentially not. Okay, we got a crab. Gives us a crab claw. And that crab claw we can turn into raw crab, which gives us something we can eat. Not the best, but it'll do. Alright. So, let's look for some dirt. There's some dirt there. Make sure I've got a path back up. Maybe we can find a mine underground and get some wood from there. Alright, so where's our path back up? All the way up there. Alright, well, we'll start with gravel to make our beginning of our path. See the bottom of the igloo there, so just going to free cam to see where we came down. Okay, so not too far. Just got to find our way back up there, which could be a bit of bridging. Maybe we sort of snake around the bottom here and go back up. So we've got to get to there. And then from there we've got to get back up. Okay. Let's not throw the gravel. Alright, so we've got a bit of a starting way up here, so let's do that. Build on top of that, and that'll get us part of the way up. One there, and then we'll put this one up there. Start using the dirt after that. Alright, so that's where our iron lives. Let's not fall off there. Alright. Got some penguins as well. So far, no sea monsters in the shallow frozen ocean, which is probably a good thing. Alright, so let's retrieve that bit of dirt. We'll do the same with the next one. And I think we're getting close to where we came down. Maybe not. That's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll make an alternative path if we have to. So we've got some copper as well. We just really need a pickaxe before, and some sticks before we can do much else. Alright. Gets us part of the way up. With 5 dirt to spare. The main thing we want to do is make sure we don't strain ourselves without a way back up. Okay, I think we're close to where we want to be. We can head up here. We can turn this into stairs by just digging it, so we can conserve more resources. Okay, that gets us part of the way. Here are our villagers. How do we get the rest of the way? That's okay, that's not going to work because there's stone above us. What about here? Yep, here's good. Alright, got stone above us again, but if we can break that one, we'll go out. Okay, that's where we came down with dirt, so maybe we go out one. Let's see. That's where we came up. We want to go out and up. We can maybe meet up the other side of that snowdrift. Go get some more dirt from down below. Oh, there's some over there as well. Well, we've got grass there. We might want to encourage that grass. Bone meal. Bone meal could be good. Alright, let's try... So I do want that one there, I think. I'll grab that dirt. So we want the one below it. Is good. Can we reach that? Yep, we can. Now we're going to get dirt below us. Okay. We're going to get some more dirt. Alrighty. We'll just drop down into the water. And there's some dirt right here. Can we reach the dirt to mine it without being underwater? We can. Gets us a few more dirt, a bit more breathing room. More climbing room. And there's dirt over there as well. But it's also a cave. Ah, and there's also a waterfall there we could use to get back up quicker. Might investigate that later. Alright. Yes, I thought a wintry theme would be good for a Christmas Day stream. Even though it's not winter where I am. Doesn't hurt to play up to the demographic and where most of you probably live. Okay, let's see. Can we... In theory, yes, but not from here. Okay. There we go. And then we can pick that one up. And we can get out from here. Up one. And we're getting close to where we were. Okay. And I think that gets us pretty close. Then we need to somehow rejoin that dirt part. At least get back to our house. I can't quite reach the dirt. Alright, we'll go side on. Maybe we can get it from there. Yeah, there we go. We can get it from here. Until we get tools, we're stuck doing this. Alright, and that'll get us... close to where we want to be. We can make a better path up once we have some tools. So if we could just get some wood, we could make a boat. And we could boat across the ice. Alright, so we could maybe... Yep, we can dig out the snow here. And get up this way. There are a lot of mobs around by the look of it. Okay. Now. Feels like we can get up this way. Yep, there's our home sweet home. So we've got a way back up now. Alright, now we've got to figure out where to go from here. We have some flint though, so that'll be useful. Sounds like there's some mobs nearby. Let's head down again and get out of their way. Alright, so there's some jellyfish over there. That could be a bit of a problem. More crabs. That gives us some food. And speaking of which, let's eat some of this. Can we eat it? We can. Alright. So we need to find a tree before we can do much else. We can make any boats of any description. So let's see what we can find. Ah, we've got a regen. What's the regen from? Is that from having penguins nearby? Do we have any shipwrecks, maybe? What's that? That looks like it's just dirt. And there's a shark down there. Let's have a quick look with free cam, just see what that is. That is in fact just dirt. Okay. Doesn't look very hospitable around here. It's all very, very dark and cold. Alright, let's continue to the north then. Maybe we'll find some semblance of something resembling a tree. Don't go too far because we've got to get back to our little igloo. I guess with nothing on us we could just die. Oh yeah, we've got thin ice here. which can break underfoot. Alright, no trees in sight yet. I did see something green over this way, so maybe a tree over here somewhere. I hear the ice cracking. Ah, that looks like a tree. I see a single tree. Can we get to it? What the? That popped up in front of us pretty quickly. Ah, there's some chunk errors. Okay. Chunk errors between us and the tree. That's not promising. And there's polar bears with the young. Probably stay away from them. Another tree, but that looks a lot further away. This one looks like it might be reachable before dark. No sea monsters yet, so that's good. Maybe starting in the cold biomes is the way to go. Okay, definitely a tree. I made the mod pack. Yes, not the mod, just the mod pack. Now, can we get to that tree? So I'm testing how survivable the mod pack is at the moment. Done a fair bit of playtesting in a combination of no, I didn't make the mod. Just it's a mod pack called Hybrid Pirates, and it's a combination of different mods. We'll be looking at making some mods as part of it when we get to the sails side of things. I want to make some fireproof sails so that we can make nether boats without setting fire to our sails and rigging. So there's definitely a tree there. But yes, good to see you, Meridoy. 7761. Yeah, did not make the mod, made the mod pack. And there's some doco within the mod pack. Some custom books and data packs and things like that I've made. Let's get to that tree that's just popping out of view at distant horizons. One tree on top of a hill. So we're doing some config of the mods to make it into a playable pack if the sea monsters are too difficult. So we have giant jellyfish there. They're part of the hybrid aquatic mod, which is given us also the otters and the penguins. Actually, the penguins might be from Ecologics. Let's get out of here. Okay. So there's some islands there with trees on them, but they're a bit further away, and I don't really want to swim across the ocean, not knowing what's in it. Could be dangerous. Alright, let's see if we can get up to that tree. Like a corridor through here, I think. Yep, okay. Grab the dirt while we're on the way. Need to do something about that hunger too. Oh. Okay, we'll drop down to get that extra bit of dirt. Ah, we might be able to plant some seeds. We can get some seeds. Or not. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to go back just a little bit then by the look of it. So we can't break that yet. Ouch. Not the neatest, but it'll do. Look what's up there. Okay. That should get us up to the top. And there's a tree, so we've actually got some wood. Whether we get a sapling from it or not is the question. Alright, can we get some seeds at least? Nope, okay. Alright, let's try and get a sapling. Ah, one sapling. Okay, I think we take it back with us. Don't risk trying to grow a sapling here and not have it come back. We'll take it back to our igloo, and then we've got something to get started with. I think we make a crafting table since we don't have access to one yet. Basic pickaxe, all that sort of stuff. Do all the basic things. Ah, do we want it? Yeah, we'll make a boat. Before we break it. And get back across the ice faster. Back to our bed. Alright, so we got the set sail advancement because we have a couple of ways of making boats here that are bigger than your average little rowboat, which is what we've got here. Now we might... Yeah, we'll jump in a boat and we'll take the boat down. Right, as you can see, the boat is a little shaky, which could be a problem. Can we get it up on the ice? That's the question, if we use this shakiness. Nope. Okay, so we'll just break the boat. We'll ride it across the ice. That way we don't have to step on the fragile ice. Oops. And we're back in the water. Alright, let me get back to our igloo. Is it through here? I think it was. Alright, let's put the boat down. Oh, we got up on the ice, and then we turned around the wrong way. Whoa, slippery. I think we're going the wrong way. Yeah, we got turned around. I'm gonna go south again and not run into too many mobs. And the boat broke. That's the problem. We've got a little mod called Unseaworthy, which is why we need to make the other types of boats. So it looks like we're on that big island over there. So how do we get back there? Can we go across here? I think we can. Okay. Boat again. So no sea monsters over here, thankfully. Looks like that's it. Ah, zombies. How do we get through? Can we go this way? Yep, trident. It drowns. Need that boat. So the thin ice is from Ecologics. And it looks like that is where it came from. Where'd it go? That way? Vaguely this way. Okay. Nope, we took a wrong turn. Better go back this way. Oh, creeper. So easy to get lost in the dark. Okay, so I want to go back past where that creeper was, but not to the creeper, preferably. And there's a tried and drowned again. Oh. Okay. So, roughly this direction, guessing by the map. It looks like a big section over there that we came from. Yeah, we managed to get back on the ice. And back off the ice again. Alright. I think we're close. Yep, that's the waterfall. Okay, we're nearly there. We'll find our way around. Alright, we're about halfway through my normal streaming time, so I'm going to tell my phone to leave us alone. And we'll jump back in. Alright. Alright. Remember that was nearby. There we go. Alright. And there are a few monsters around by the look of it, so we might want to get to our house quick smart. We can't go up there. Ah, here we are. Okay, at least with our first boat we can try and get across the ocean a little further in the daytime. See if we can find anything else that we can use. But I think we'll try our luck with the sapling and see if we can get some more. Get ourselves a bit of a mob farm and such like. Alright, perfect. Merry Christmas, Emmy. Good to see you. Alright, so we've managed to find an igloo and make a boat and find a sapling so we can actually make more than just the boat. So pop the boat down there. And we're going to try and get some other things happening. And we got some we had some villagers in the bottom of the igloo as well, so that worked out well. So let's see if we've got any dirt down here we can plant this on. Oh, we've got some dirt on us, we can just put some dirt down. Might be the go, in fact. Alright, let's make a 3x3 of dirt. Plant our sapling and hope for the best. We've already got a furnace, but we can get some coal and get some stone and other resources for the tools. So we're in 1.20.1, but we do have the copper and tough backport, so we can use copper for tools and armor. And we also have a few other things that come in handy in a mostly ocean world, although not so handy in the frozen ocean part of the world. I think they're going to need some torches. We're going to need some food, so we did already have a flint, a couple of flint, and we've got Farmer's Delight, so we can make a knife with the flint, I think. Yep. So we can save a little bit on resources to make a weapon. Potentially get more food from any mobs that we happen to use. We did have a crafting table already. Yes, so we might get the crafting table on us. We'll go down and talk to the villagers. So importantly, we can get bone meal from fish if we can get any fish with the Farmer's Delight chopping board, cutting board. Alright, so we don't have any more emeralds to get leather pants from you. We don't have enough rotten flesh to get any more emeralds from you. Okay. Yeah, so the backport, it's a mod, basically. And what it allows us to do is to get all of the new tough and copper blocks and armor. I don't think it includes the copper golem, though. So let's have a look in the mods. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff. What we're looking for is the copper and tough backport. Doesn't actually say, but that's the name of the mod, copper and tough backport. I chose that one based on the features it actually has. We've got a bunch of other stuff as well, and effective was the one I was thinking of. So it gives us more visual effects and sounds. So we get things like the wind, we get splashes, we get atmospheric footsteps, things like that. Okay. So we've got a couple of villages at least. And off in the distance we've got some greenery. So we know that we're not just in a frozen wasteland, much as it might feel like it. But that is a fair way away. But yeah, because some of the features I wanted from 1.21.10 and 11 weren't available in 1.20.1, which is what this mod pack is based in. Mainly because a lot of the mods weren't available for later versions at the time, so it basically means that we're stuck back in time, but we get to have some of the new features as well. Best of both worlds, really. Alright, so we've got some cobblestone. Let's make a stone axe. Alrighty. We can chop the trees down a bit faster, and let's make a couple of torches. Remembering, of course, that if we put any torches down in here, that ice will turn into water. So is that going to grow for us, or is it just going to sit there? We might have to find some skeletons to get some bone meal. Or to make a chopping board. I think we might go... Oh, it grew. That was kind of funny. That was good timing. Good, gives us more wood. And more saplings, fantastic. As soon as we get 4... Oh, there we go. As soon as we get 4, we make a giant spruce tree. And then we have a Christmas tree. Of course, we need the bone meal to do that, but we've got enough wood that we can get away with that now. And I think we need a shovel as well. We actually have some wood now, so that's good. It means we could potentially look at making a boat as well. Okay, other than the little boat that we've got. So let's get a chopping board made, cutting board. You can make a wooden knife as well, and we can make grappling hooks because we've got a grappling hook mod. And now the cutting board, and there's our small ships. There's the cutting board. We'll put that on top of our crafting table. The shift click. Okay. Let's go down and get some crabs for food. Maybe we can get some fish from the penguins. If we're lucky. Or the otters. I think the otters eat crabs. From memory. Can we drop down from here? We can. I think we'll go up here just to make sure we're not going to land on the ice. Yeah, we'll just drop down from here. It's quicker. No breaking legs on the ice. And get some crabs for food. We'll get ourselves some copper. Oh, is that gonna... Now I think of it, we might need to get a couple with stone. Let's get ourselves some stone then. Merry Christmas! Good to see you, Unchecked Door. Alright, so we have... Yep, we have more than enough. Let's get some... some copper happening. We can get some pickaxes happening that are more than just wood. Now we'll also get one of these and a shovel. We'll get the shovel later. Alright, so I've yet to see any sea monsters, but we haven't left the cold biome, so that could be why we haven't seen any yet. 21, that's awesome. That should be enough to get a bit of armor as well as some tools. And the seven crab claws should hopefully be enough for a bit of food. Let's see if there's any more crabs. There's one more crab. And that way we can use one bit of charcoal or coal. In fact, we got 9 there. Double crab claws. Okay, oh, and there's the iron I forgot about. We'll grab some iron as well. And we're starting to get too hungry. Quickly eat a crab claw so we don't starve to death. No, these are entirely new mobs. So these are... this is from a combination of mods. We've got Hybrid Aquatic, it gives us the crabs, and I believe the otters as well, and the otters eat the crabs. And we've got penguins from Ecologics. And the penguins will catch fish. So I haven't made these mods, of course. I've just assembled the mod pack. Now I have not tried. I haven't gotten desperate enough to try hunting penguins or otters, but I believe they can be eaten. Let's see if we got a giant free yet. Might have to do something to get some bone meal, like find a skeleton. Yeah, I've played on this seed before, but not since adding the Myths of the Sea mod, which I hope I've actually enabled. Just double check that I've enabled it in the mods in a sec. Okay, hasn't grown yet. Probably need a door here as well. Could be handy. Checked or unchecked. The mist from the crashing waves and the ocean sounds. Yes. So that's effective. That provides that. It looks like it's getting dark, so not quite dark enough to sleep though. Okay, so we used all of our coal and torches already. Okay. think we'll make a campfire and we'll put it outside or maybe downstairs. Firstly, we'll cook up the crab and we'll have a sleep. Slabs are more efficient. I tend to just go for charcoal. Yeah, we'll do a campfire for food, but for the moment we're just going to use the charcoal that we've got. Also, campfires give you healing in... they give you comforting campfires, which gives you healing regen when you're near a campfire, which is very handy. All right. I think we will go with the campfire option. Put it out here. We need to build it first. And we still need a door. Okay, campfire, campfire. There we go. Turn off the things we can't build. We might actually put the campfire downstairs. Put it on top of a block so that the villagers don't walk into it. Ah! 48 slabs of smelt, 72... I was not aware of that. There you go. Alright, so if we put the campfire here, there's no way they can jump on top of it, and we can use it for cooking. And we could potentially still use it as a signal from a distance by making a chimney. Yeah, just saying. Oh, a bunch of gravel. Well, it looks like a chimney now anyway. And you guys aren't going to accidentally walk into it that way. We'll probably change up your... In fact, we may change you to a farmer. I think it'd be more useful if you can buy and sell food than as a cleric. No magical growth yet? Okay. Oh, probably because this is here. Oh. Well. I was afraid of that. We used the furnace too much and we melted the ice. That's alright though. If we don't keep using it, it'll melt again. It'll freeze again. If we get a bucket, we could always just pick it up as well. Alright. Right. We don't have the planks to make slabs now, so we may as well just get 8 copper. And we do have enough planks to make, and sticks to make tools though, at least. And we can at least make a shovel. Shame we can't make copper buckets. Still need one more. But we may as well use that for shield. Use that for shears. Yeah, I never thought about that. I always just go straight for charcoal. But then again, once you get access to 2x2 spruce, wood's pretty easy to come by. Alright, so we'll go for a copper shovel. We do have 2 more spruce there. We've got some emergency spruce. And we'll dig out this, and we might have a chance of actually getting a giant spruce. Alright. We can go for some boots as well. In fact, we can make a copper door. Do a copper door. Wait, do we need copper blocks for a door? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Oh well. We can make some copper pants, but we don't need the copper pants. We've got leather pants that do the same job. We can do helmet. Let's go to helmet. Not night time yet? It's looking dark. Oh. No, it didn't melt again. I thought it melted. Didn't melt again. Didn't freeze again. Thought it froze again. Alright. Let's try and get some bone meal, shall we? That quick way down. And back up again, potentially. Looks like it. Maybe not so quick. Gives us a waterfall though, which is kind of cool. And there's some more coal. There's a jellyfish down there. No, that's an urchin. Sea urchin. 6 or 8, not 80. Yes, 80 logs. I say just 80 logs. Oh, that's easy once you got giant spruce. It's getting the giant spruce that's the trick at the moment. Getting the bone meal to grow it. Alright, we've got 6 crab claws. Crabs are very plentiful. Nice, so we've got 8 crab claws now. Right, some fish would be good. Oh, there's some fish. Thanks, penguin. We better get a bone meal from that. Yep, and there's Spiky. Now we get a sea urchin spine there, which can be used for a thorns potion. Oh, we don't even need to fish with a sword. We can in fact. Oh, it spiked me even though it was dead. That's funny. Look at the sea cucumber. So that counts basically the jellyfish. All right. So yeah, we can use the fish on a chopping board and we can get fish fillets and some bone meal from it. Now, is there any more fish floating around? There's fish, but there's also sharks. You get different types of fish as well with hybrid aquatic, including sharks. The sharks don't actually seem to attack us, but don't want to risk it for too long. We'll just try with a axe. There we go, got another fish. Any more fish? Just the shark. Two fish ought to do for enough bone meal to get started. Trying to walk on the broken ice. Alright, let's take the waterfall up. We're going to get us exactly where we want to be. But maybe close enough. Yeah, close enough. Faster than going up all those stairs. Alright, so if you have a fish in one hand and a knife in the other. Oh, maybe I should sleep. Yeah, thin ice it's called. The breaking ice. There we go. We can do one hand and the other, but offhand doesn't work too well. And you can use different tools for things as well. Alright, so we've got 2 bone meal. Maybe that's enough to get us a large tree. If we take out everything adjacent. Let's try now. Nope. Oh well, we'll get some more bone meal from fish. And we can cook up the fish on the campfire. We've got 4 raw salmon slices. They don't go quite as far as the full fish, but they are cheap. Might have to have a look for some skeletons. So we've got comfort from the campfire as well, which is nice. So we could upgrade to a stone knife. I think we could potentially make a copper one as well, but I don't think that's been added. Not for this version of not for the 1.21.1 version of Farmer's Delight, at least. So yeah, we've got fish, cooked fish, and there's a slab there, and some stairs, but kind of like to keep the furniture. Wait, have you been filling that, or was it already there? Regrowth does some weird things as well. Can't remember if that was already filled. Well, this computer that I'm running at the moment is it's an older laptop. It was a fairly high spec laptop at the time. It's got an i7, 16 gig of RAM, and a GeForce TI 2060. But yeah, the pack is a pretty beefy one for a laptop of this age. It does lag a little bit. I usually run it with 8 gig of RAM. So I'd like to upgrade to a newer computer that has 32 gig of RAM and a better graphics card, but this one works well for what I'm doing. Alright, so let's see. More fish required, and we can cook up some crab as well for extra food. Now we can't actually cook the uni, which is from the sea urchins, but we can eat it. So and we'll make some more snow blocks. You can also make snow bricks. They require snow blocks, and they end up being not very effective use of snow. That should be... Oh, there's snow layers here. It's probably why it hasn't grown yet. So it needs a roughly 4x4 space from memory, with nothing at the same level as the saplings. But that might grow now, we'll see. Alright, we can just drop down here, I think. Not from there, but we can just drop down. But we may as well take the waterfall since it's there. Haven't made a copper sword yet. We could do that. There's a fish down there. That's a squid. Arrow squid. Whoa. Couldn't see much of that. Okay, we're going to avoid the jellyfish if we can. That's squid tentacle. Oh, look, it grew. Excellent. I've got sea sponges as well, which are useful. Took more hits than I expected to get the salmon. Alright. Yeah, giant jellyfish. Lots of underwater dirt. If we need more dirt, we could come down and get it, potentially. Ah, okay. Yeah, if you're trying to run OBS and Minecraft at the same time, it can, and you're having troubles, it can be a problem. Speaking of which, let's just double check on the mods. Did I actually add... Myths of the Sea? No, I didn't enable it. Okay, so that would be why. Alright, we will add Myths of the Sea. Oh, there's emeralds there. I didn't enable Myths of the Sea before creating the world, so that would be why we haven't come across any monsters yet. Other than the ones that are part of Hybrid Aquatic. Like the monster jellyfish. Yep, so 2x2 spruce is what I was hoping for. So we can start making a bit of a better mob farm type arrangement. But yeah, we're set. So we'll cut this one down and we'll grow a second one, and we'll maybe try and get it looking a bit like a Christmas tree before the end of stream. Just for the heck of it. If we make a barrel, we could make one of the... oh, we could get more... sorry, not finishing thoughts. We could get more flint, and we could make a fletching table. And we could make a fletcher, or we could make a barrel and make a fisherman. And either way, we could get a stick trade. And then we could get most of what we need from that. Oh, it's the right number of leaves, they're just further up than normal. I normally would do this a little differently, but I'm just going to fill her up here. I have to make a copper axe in a sec. We don't have enough copper that's smelted yet, but we can fix that. Do we have... We have enough cobblestone on us to make a cobblestone axe. Alright, crafting table, yep. Cobblestone axe it is. Stone axe. I still think it is cobblestone axe because that's what it is, but there are different types of stone, obviously. Unlike in Bedrock, you do need to use very specific types of stone to make stone tools and things requiring stone. I think, without mods at least, I think, at least for the stone cutter, you can use any type of stone other than cobblestone, I think. means that it is possible to get a stone cutter in structural superflat in Bedrock, which is the only superflat you can actually play in Bedrock without downloading a resource pack or someone else's world. Resource pack? Whatever the marketplace version of a resource pack is. Alright, so we can go another 4x4, another 2x2 spruce. But yeah, we are now set for wood, which means we can actually make a nice little wooden hut instead of the igloo. Yeah, the ones that at least come down to the ground are a little nicer, aesthetically. A raw tentacle. And ink sacs. Alright, we need to get some more copper smelted. I think we will just use a couple of those to make one of those. We never did make that door, did we? Might just quickly board up this this doorway before the... Yep, sounded like the zombie was coming for us. Aromatherapy. I do have more dirt. Not a lot, just the one at the moment. But I can easily, with the gravel, make more dirt, and there's more dirt around as well. Just got to uncover it. Okay, let's pop that one in there. Oh, would you look at that? We've got 12 saplings. We could make plenty of 2x2s. We don't need more than one at a time, though. Although we can have one for decorative and one for actually using. Right, can we sleep? We can sleep. Okay. Let's make that door. Okay, igloo, a bit less igloo and a bit more house. Oh, that was silly. We'll fix it shortly, but for the moment we'll just put another one of those down there. And we'll get ourselves some charcoal. Oh yeah, saplings are a good fuel for emergencies. I prefer to hang on to them though. They can also be bone mealed, also be used to make bone meal, I should say, from composters. Speaking of which, we should make a composter. Oops. Oh well. Good thing I didn't do that with slabs, huh? Wood's still useful, and will be useful for boats later on. You tell I'm getting tired though. Composter. We may as well turn that into a double chest then. I'm going to put the cactus in the pot away for now. Alright, I will just get all of that put away. So we've got enough wood for a while. And we haven't cut up our salmon yet, so we can cut those up and see about getting another 2x2 tree. Will 3 bone meal be enough is the question. Yes. Oh, that's got even less leaves. I think we'll chop this one down too. Get those logs back. And this one we'll cut down the way I normally cut them down. Spiral my way up and then just spiral my way down again. Now if we can get a couple of iron pickaxes, one spare, and a spare lead, then we can actually make a grappling hook. Then we could go straight up to the top of the tree, cut ourselves a platform in the tree, and then chop it down from the top. Nearly 7 AM, there's no signs of movement from the rest of the household. Yes, we've got one kid that's in the teens, although they're not here at the moment. They were here earlier today because they came from their dad's place to spend some time with their siblings. But, yeah, getting that one up in the mornings, very tricky. That's only at 14 as well, so imagine what it'll be like when they're older. Yeah, the fact that we got all of 2 saplings from that is part of the reason why I keep the saplings. Sometimes you just don't get a good run with the don't get a good return on the saplings. Not as bad as it is with jungle trees though. I'll grab another 2. Alright, so we'll definitely add the sea monsters in for next. Oh, matchstick style, okay. Interesting. We'll definitely add the sea monsters in, the Myths of the Sea, for the next Hybrid Pirate stream. And I think I might, since I've started this one as a survival world on stream, I might go with this as my new survival world for the pack, just because I really like the feel of the starting area. All right, let's get the rest of that turned into charcoal. Then we don't have to worry about charcoal or coal for a while. So they tend to grow that way in snowy biomes. Interesting. Alright, we'll take our composter down. We can make another one to use upstairs. And we'll just take your profession away because you're not that much useless. Oh, we got a silverfish. But because it couldn't get to us, it went back into the stone. So that's lucky. We didn't have a silverfish outbreak when we could have. Alright, we'll have to get some spiders or something, and we'll find some flax and grow some flax. So you'll take carrots or tomatoes at the moment. We don't have either of those, I'm afraid. Alright, we'll try one bone meal, we'll try our luck. Doubt it's going to work. No. Worth a try. Alright. Yes, that's right. You can get more leaves from 4 separate ones if needed. Sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less. If we get more than 4 from a 2x2, then it's a win. If we get less than 4, then it's a loss. Alright, let's have a look for... we need to go to a warmer climate for some flax. We need to go and find some wool somewhere, or some beds. Don't really want to leave the colder climate without enabling the sea monsters first, and see if the sea monsters actually do turn up in the colder climates, because it would be much more challenging. Yeah, it's almost ready for public beta. I want to figure out the sea monsters, and I want to get the fireproof sails and rigging and buoys for the for ships in the Nether. Partly for players, but also partly so that the Nether pirates are a little bit more daunting. Right, let's head back up. And yes, that sea anemone is crawling up the ice wall. They do some interesting things. And it grew again, and it was again a matchstick. I think you might be right. think the first one was the closest we had to a Christmas tree. Alright, at this rate I think we're going to need a second furnace. Might just clear this bit out a bit more. Get some torches in here so we don't get monsters spawning when we don't want them. Could also put some more infrastructure in here. So here's some more dirt. We could be building snow bricks if we wanted. In fact, we might just... There we go. Pick up the snowballs. We'll craft them back into snow blocks later on. I'll do these ones all here. Okay, we're getting back to night time. And that's my timer going off as well. Yeah, there is a bit of iron. Let's go for another half hour maximum on stream. Coming up to the 2-hour mark. There is a bit of iron. There's a few other things around as well. Let's see. We've got plenty of cobble now, so we might just put in a bit of processing space here. There we go. And let's put down a spare crafting table. That's not a crafting table. Still not a crafting table. There we go. And another furnace. And we'll get some of that copper going. Not the most efficient placement of it, but it'll do. No, I'm not going for a 24-hour stream. No, no, no. Alright, so let's get a copper axe to replace the failing stone one. Just because they look cooler. Not actually any better. Slightly worse, in fact. Oh, no, slightly worse than iron. Slightly better than stone. Well, we can build a nice big ship when the time comes. Ah, yes. Got down one too many logs, got a little bit gung-ho. It happens. All right. I like how if you place yourself just right, you can just keep dropping down. Well, if I did do a 24-hour stream, which isn't likely to happen anytime soon, I would hold you to that. I don't think I'm up for a 24-hour stream anytime soon. I'm getting a bit old for that sort of thing. Lots of saplings from that one at least. We got more than 4, so that made it worthwhile. We'll try for one more Christmassy type tree. Yeah, we got 7, so that was almost double. Let's double our saplings back. Yeah, it would be fun to try. Maybe sometime when, well, I got kids that are young enough I wouldn't get away with a 24-hour stream. My partner would get a little bit annoyed, I think. Maybe if I organised it in advance rather than doing it as a spur of the moment thing. Potentially. Oops. I appear to have put my... $15? What? What happened there? A little odd. Alright, well that should grow. Make sure we got at least 16 in there this time. There we go. And we'll make that last one. Okay. So we could make a flint and steel. I think some shears would be better because we can then replace... We can then capture that water in leaves if we wanted to. Your voice always gets tired around the 5-hour mark. Yeah, mine tends to get tired around the 3-hour mark. Good to see you still watching there, Emmy. Thanks for chiming in. Okay, so just noticed it was you suggesting the 24-hour stream as well. Tell you what, maybe sometime if we can line up a collab, we do one together. But don't hold me to that. Hey, perfect Christmas tree. I like it. If only we had some sand, we could make some nice lights. But we've got a Christmas tree, so I think we make some presents to put underneath it. Otherwise known as chests. Okay, so 8. We can make a couple of single ones and a couple of doubles with 8. We can use it for storage later on, but for the moment we can throw some presents under the tree. I think that looks pretty good. Now, one of the things we can actually do with supplementaries is we can actually make more presents. So I don't think we've got the materials for them at the moment, but let's have a bit of a look anyway. So yeah, we can make presents. We need paper to make presents, and then we need dye by the look of it. Yeah, paper and dye. So that could look pretty good, but we need bone meal for that. For the paper. Are there any other ways to make paper? Tree bark. Oh! Oh! Forgot about that. See, to make tree bark, we need lots of logs and an axe. So potentially we could get some tree bark, make some paper. I don't think we've got anything to use. Oh, we got squid ink and we got bone meal, so we can make grey and black presents. And we got there 6. So if we do 9, we can make some more paper. We can make some paper. We can make a present, just to make it a little. We'll do 12. That won't work very well. We can't use the knife for that. Okay, 12. Yeah, that'll give us enough. Alright, so we can make some paper. And then we can make some black dye with the ink sac we got. Make a black present. And if we had some bone meal, we could make a white present. But let's make a present first. make enough paper. Oh, do we need 3 to make 1 paper? We do. Okay. Well, what's the weather like? Not too bad. Okay. Take a little while. Number keys are great. What do we got now? 10? 2 more. Yeah, it's 3 tree bark for 1 paper. That's annoying. Oh well. I'll make 1 present. Yes, true. Make a cartography table. Okay. It's not broken. It's just different. Okay, so there's a plain present, and then we can make it a black present. With, yeah, that looks cool. Oh, it's snowing now. Oh, do we have to place something in it? Oh, we can place something in it. So let's put some stripped spruce logs in it. And we'll just say to Taco Fred. And we'll pack it. There we go. Very cool. So if I can make, I can make bone meal. I just need to chop down some of this. I need to smelt those. There's iron I was talking about smelting. Copper shears would be pretty useful, to be honest. Yeah, supplementaries is fun. It's very good for pirate themed packs. There's a bit of an issue with Valkyrien Skies with compatibility with supplementaries though. So there is a compatibility pack that I've used that is in it. There's the shears. But it can cause some problems apparently. I haven't seen them. Alright. Now of course, if I chop down these, I ruin the Christmas tree. So it might be time to plant some separate ones. Let's see if I can get some more bone meal. But yeah, definitely a Cartography table would be a good move at this point. I'll just check how much flint we've got left as well. We've got 1 flint. I mean, it takes a while. It takes a fair bit of bark to make the paper. It's not too broken that it takes 3, like stripping 3 logs with an axe to make 1 paper. I mean, if you're patient, it doesn't take long, as you saw. I think we'll just try and get a... Did I leave the axe up there? I did. I think we'll just try and get a bit of bone meal from a fish. We'll turn that into maybe some flowers. Get some other colours. Or potentially some wheat would be nice. But yeah, the gifts are fun. Hadn't tried them in supplementaries yet, so it was nice to be able to give that a try out. It's one of the reasons I picked this pack for playing on Christmas Day, or at least Christmas Day for most of my audience. Let's see. I think I left the axe on the chopping block. I did. On the chopping board. May as well make a copper sword as well. And what about some copper boots? Alright, copper sword might be a bit faster for getting the fish with, and potentially getting bone meal directly. That's squid or other fish there? Salmon. Plenty of salmon over there. Oh, we got some really big jellyfish as well. Don't want to get too close to them. Yeah, they give you poison. But they also give you, as you saw, oh, we got more of these guys. So they weren't salmon. We had salmon though, they just disappeared. There we go. Salmon over here. I think the axe might actually be faster. Oh, need to make sure we actually get to where the gaps are in the air. No worries, so I'm going to head off shortly. But yeah, it's been good to have a couple of people watching. A relaxed Christmas night stream for me, Christmas morning for those of you watching. Where did those salmon go? Did they despawn? I think they did. Or did you have something to do with it? You've got my fish. Cheeky penguins. Did you eat my fish? Now you can have it. Considering I got a penguin salmon earlier. Goes around, comes around. Water foxes, yes, basically. Oh, you haven't seen the otters, have you? Let's see if we can find an otter. No, we'll get some more of these. All that, we've got two salmon so far. I think they're too fast for me. Ah, there's the third one. Yep, thanks for hanging around, Emmy. Good to have you here. Merry Christmas. See if we can find an otter. Oh, look, there's a regular squid. They drop more ink sacs than the other ones. I'll have another look for an otter in a sec. We'll go after... I'll try the axe. I think the axe is actually more effective. Yeah, you can one-hit the fish with an axe. Not so much with the sword. At least a couple one. Although obviously there's the problem of penguins picking them up. Or water foxes, as we've established. Alright, we got a few fish. Salmon are fairly plentiful, so that's good. How many have we got? 8. Awesome. They do. Copper axes obviously aren't going to do as much. 9 attack damage, but they're slower. But also you don't get the sweeping edge with an axe. Alright, back up the waterfall. And we'll get ourselves a white present. Oh, we'll get some coloured ones, in fact. We'll get some bone meal from these fish. And we may as well eat some of the cooked fish that we got from earlier. As you can see, you can eat them faster, but they don't do as much saturation per fish, I think, per piece. Oh, your dog wants its presents. That's funny. The cats had their first Christmas this year. Alright, let's go with getting some bone meal and getting ourselves some flowers. Oh yeah, we're going to try and get some more flint too. We'll do that later. Oh. There we go. We got grass already. Although I was hoping to save more of the grass than we did. Let's have a look for snowy. There we go. Easy access to grass. So dig it out of the snow. Should be able to get some flowers from that. And then we might have to call it. So it's another half hour gone already. There's a red flower. Yeah, sounds like my son was this morning. First one up. Waking me up. Okay, so we got red flowers. It gives us the option to make pink and red presents. So we'll do some pink and red presents, and we'll maybe try for a yellow flower as well. Yeah, got a yellow flower, nice. We lose that one down the bottom. Where'd it go? No, we got some wheat too, nice. Wheat seeds. Yellow flower's gone down there, okay. We'll drop these off before we waste all of the bone meal. And we might have to drop down to grab those, wherever they went. Over there. Not too much of a drop. Alright, I think we can drop down to the water from here and just come back up the waterfall. In fact, I think we can drop down into the waterfall from here. potentially just... Aha! Even better. Alright, I might try for one more yellow flower. Let's even get an orange present as well. How many we got left? We've got 3 left. I think we'll just make an orange one. Get 2 orange dye that way. And, oh, we got 3 bone meal there. We got 1 poppy left. Let's see. 39 spruce logs. That's going to be not quite enough. Do we have any more? We do. Okay. Alright, we'll do a quick bit of... Can't keep track of the daylight. Alright, yeah, I'm getting very tired. I'm starting to slur my words. Yes, mobs like cows will still spawn, provided you're in the right biomes. So, we could potentially get cows. And sheep. Lots of raw salmon slices. Raw salmon slices. Let's just do 16 of those in here. How many we got? We got 18 tree bark. $24. That's enough to make one more present. Alright. Yeah, considering the time, I don't think it's that overpowered. I'm going to invest a bit of time in it. Let's make an orange present then. And I think we'll put... I think we'll put some cobblestone in that one. Yeah, you're getting whatever mobs normally spawn in snow areas, I guess. So, potentially rabbits, foxes, wolves. Oh, wow. It's got a sort of a jack-o'-lantern look to it. There we go. Some presents under the tree. For future Fred to open and say, oh, thanks past Fred. Yeah, if we have a large enough area, we've got room for potentially sheep to spawn. I think sheep spawn in snowy biomes. I can't remember off the top of my head. I should know these things. I think there's a little patch of places where mobs can spawn. Although bunnies can spawn on snow, so... But I think because we've got so many other passive mobs around, we may not get those kind of mobs. Yeah, sugarcane's still better. You could potentially automate it, but... Can't think of an easy way to do it off the top of my head. We'll just move this one over. Yeah, it looks better there. I like it. Alright, we might make that a new screenshot. There we go. I think that's a nice Christmassy screenshot. I might do a little community post on YouTube with that one as well. Take that one off. Oh, I just threw my axe. Let's go pick that up. And we'll get one close up. There we go. Looking up, looking a little happier. Or a little puzzled. Either way. Try a couple of different angles for that one. There we go. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you for dropping by. I think what I might do at this point is jump into my little outro screen and play my outro music. And say thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate you being here. And I will see you in the next stream. And keep an eye out for episode 12 of Inheritance, which will be my final one most likely. Probably in the new year. Maybe similar date to your next Case You Didn't Know. Around the 4th might be a good time. We'll see when I can get the video out there. I'm going to go get some sleep. Well, yeah, thank you for dropping by. It's been a great stream, and I will catch you in the next video stream or on Discord. Just for the principle of it, I'll say thank you to my patrons as well. Oni Arrow, The Fantastic Soap, and Catsmith, thank you for continuing to be paid patrons. And I will see you all next time. Enjoy Cobblestone Generator by Apollo Music. And yeah, looking forward to a few things in the new year. I'm looking at doing a cold biome themed, at least a cold biome themed start for a series similar to Acacia Didn't Know, just a vanilla-ish, vanilla with shaders and a couple of visual mods, and that one is likely to be starting in a cold biome, but just on a normal world, and probably with whatever mods I can fit into 1.20 1.11, or if I can find enough mods for it, maybe 26.1 when it comes out. And looking at learning how to rebuild, relearning the game in vanilla, and learning how to build from scratch with all of the new stuff that I've missed out on from playing limited world types and mod packs and that sort of thing. So also I'll be looking at doing a vintage Skyflat 100 Days to Rabbits hardcore series. So it'll be what if Skyflat was in older versions of Minecraft, and if I can survive 100 days, I'll give myself some a stack of grass blocks via commands, because they won't be able to be gotten any other way, and I'll see if I can get some rabbits in the appropriate version of Minecraft, and if I can, I'll then upgrade the world from there. Also look at trying to get some squid and stocking up on squid ink as well. So be a lot of fun for that one if I can survive 100 days hardcore in old school Minecraft, but in Skyflat. So that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, looking at obviously more Skyflat and Terrainless Superflat hardcore as well. And finishing off the mod packs and releasing the mod packs and making trailers for them this time. All right. A little bit more of the music to go, and that'll be it from me. Thank you so much for stopping by Unchecked Door. It's been great to have you here. And thank you, Emmy, for being here earlier. And thank you to the others who showed up on YouTube and for being around and just stopping by. Anyone who hasn't already who's watching, if you're watching the replay on Twitch or on YouTube, feel free to follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. And I'll see you in a future stream or video. Bye for now.